Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone's doing good. All systems look like it is good. Have a bit of active morning here it seems. GJ is pretty stagnant. We're actually going to start with gold here because that's been pushing already. So gold here moved down. How many candles we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth candle we're working on, straight push. I'd love to see some sort of 5-minute structure to give me an entry right now. I can't really enter just based off this. I mean, 30-minute would be valid, but anyways, too early for me. I don't expect volume at that time. 110 pip stop loss. So still working towards that. We do have a beautiful LTA zone here. So it is a very, very good zone. We're coming close to a 4-hour support, which is why I want to see that 5-minute structure just to give me stop loss. If we were to run it just as a 15-minute stop loss, what are we looking like? 75 for 20 pips, a little bit more rough. If we can push through that zone, I do believe that we have 75 pips to the lows, about 100 pips to the lows here. But yeah, any 5-minute pullback here is going to be valid for me. And I prefer 15 because we've pushed almost 9 candles straight. At some point, it is going to pull back. How much further it pushes? Very early as well. But we're having a bit of fundamental push. If you would see stock market pushing high as well. We're seeing DAX as well push high. SPX, US 30, and NASDAQ all pushing on the same type of push. Now, they've started to pull back. So does that mean gold starts to pull back as well? I don't know. We're going to see. We just tapped 4-hour support, which was our target. So now that we're at 4-hour support, hopefully we can create some sort of structure. Otherwise, this is going to be a straight melt, and anyone who took it on the 30-minute would be happy. That's the only way I see to enter, especially that early. You can't really predict that this type of volume is going to come in right now. So you have to take the safer approach, put the bigger stop loss, and just hold throughout the session here. So let's check daily here. Previous daily did close doji here. We do have a daily support zone that I'm actually going to mark as a box here. The reason I'm going to mark it as a box is because it is, yeah, basically a support and a resistance here. Actually, we can mark 2 lines. It's not that bad. We'll just mark this one first, and then we mark the second one as well. This would be PDR. Put caps. And then we're looking at 4-hour. We just checked. Everything looks fine there. 1 hour. Let's see where our 1 hour is, all the way down there. 30-minute. Look at the reaction from the 4-hour support, right? That's the problem why I didn't want to take the sells here without structure, because you immediately get into profit. Your stop loss is like 70 pips. And then now you have to go break even. You get stopped out break even. Whereas the 30-minute position here is the only way, but I'm not even trading that time, no matter what time we start. So we have targets all the way down into here, so there is room to sell. It's just a matter of, okay, can we create some sort of 5-minute structure, and then we take it from there. So let's look at DAX while we're at it here. DAX pushing to a high here at the moment. Now this is a massive LTA zone. Next daily resistance is pretty far away. We had this daily resistance here. Can put this as a PDS. 4-hour we are working on. Actually, let's move it to this. This is more relevant. So that's our 4-hour resistance. We have another one here that is crossed by a wick, so it's not too important since we're crossed through by a wick, but we're going to leave it on there. And then we have one more up here if we really want to get active today. 1 hour time frame is moving harsh right now. Again, it's going to be the same as gold. Even 5 minutes has not had any pullbacks for a while. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candles. No pullbacks. Definitely a fundamentally based move. Not really a move that's based on regular price action. We're just seeing some market shakeup after yesterday's escalations. So yeah, everything is gonna depend on a pullback right now, just to give us some sort of stop loss placement here instead of ripping a buy at the highs, because with this big movements, pullbacks can be very harsh. If we were to look at GJ now, GJ is not reacting too much from this. Previous daily close nicely bullish here. We're seeing 4-hour time frames close bearish with a change of structure here. So to see some downside, to fill some of this range down here does make sense. I think I keep it clean and simple today and look for simple sells below the range here. This in 9 minutes can make sense. Would also be the 1 hour close below. Just check the 30 minutes a bit close. So I think I'm just going to prefer the whole close below the range, which is only about 9 pips away, and look to take sells below the range. Keep it clean and simple here for GJ. Very simple plan, sells below the range. Now if buys want to play out, I'll either look from the bottom of the range back up. Above here could be interesting, but it is a little bit choppier than the sell option. But I will still keep my, you know, depending on how we close and stuff, there could be a buy opportunity. But in the short term, I'm actually looking more so for the sells on something closing below. Maybe we see some money move into the yen as things get a little bit more shaky. So let's go ahead and refresh this, see what headlines we have. Trump is talking pretty early. Man, now he's even trying to push rate cuts again. That's why we're seeing this dump here. Man, it was super late in US. What is he doing? Guy doesn't sleep or what? So yeah, this is the same as DAX, guys, but now we have 5-minute structure, which is good. So let's see how this 5-minute candle closes in 2 minutes. This could be an aggressive position we could try. Run 5-minute stop loss, 37 pips, 40 pips to the previous daily resistance. So we only need to wait 2 minutes here. If it pushes before the 2 minutes, then it's gonna be gone. Even 1 minute doesn't have a clear entry here because nothing's closing below 4-hour support. Plus it's pretty big 1-minute candles here. So hopefully it doesn't push. We can try take an aggressive entry, but it seems like it's just pure bearish pressure. Not really something you can do much unless you just decide to sell the lows today and hope. Even 1 minute's not giving entry, man. 1 minute is just closing straight. So in these type of things, you can't really do much. You just enjoy the show with some popcorn, and you thank Price for making us amazing LTAs to trade in the future. Because that's gonna be some nice juicy zones that we're creating right now. Look at this 15-minute zone. Wow, buying this up in the future is gonna be great. So we want to just see it. It was looking good, but again, 5-minute probably now closing a bit too deep. We can measure it and just double check. We're looking like 60 pip stop loss now, 20 pip target. You know, to get all the way here is not even a 1-to-1. You are really starting to force things. And that's the thing, you can't just put random stop loss in these market conditions because you need to get paid. Unless you're trading super negative risk to reward, which is up to you. I don't trade negative risk to reward. I avoid it as much as I can. Then it's fine, you know, you can just put a 60 pip stop loss, close at 10 pips and call it a win. But you know, in terms of my risk calculation, unless I'm risking 5, 6, 7, 8%, I'm barely going to be paid by that. Maybe I'd be paid 0.1%, 0.2%. It's not going to be worth it. So we can enter on 1 minute, but 1 minute is not giving entries for now. We're not seeing any 1 minute entry for now at the moment. So I just need to wait. I'm not entering any time frame lower than a 1 minute for no reason. So yeah, that is going to be the plan here. So yeah, pretty interesting. Nice to see markets moving. It is better than range, I'll tell you that much. The question is, does this theatrics happen and then we end up in range? That's the main question I have. So plan is pretty simple. Let's see what price does for the rest of the day. And let's see if we can hopefully capitalize off something. If it gives us something that at least can put sensible stop loss. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed a nice analysis, let me know what you think about the stream time. I mean, today's an outlier. Normally we don't move at this time, but even if I started stream 10 minutes earlier, I wouldn't have taken anything because it wouldn't be a close. So leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. 200 of us in here. Get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate that. And yeah, let's go. I just saw that Fed official said that they're open to cutting rates. Jerome Powell really doesn't want to cut rates. He's really against cutting rates. So I doubt it will be easy. We might get the aggressive position on DAX. Problem is spreads. Spreads is the problem on DAX. It's very early. My spreads on, yeah, a little bit higher on this, but not too bad, not too bad. But it is a little bit higher than usual. Like I'm working with 0.7. Lot of gaps though, lot of gaps I'm seeing. Problem is that I have 17 points normal. Yeah, I have 0.7 points. I mean, yeah, 0.7 points. I would like to see how this closes in 3 minutes. For me, that might be a setup here. Force it at the highs. You need it to close somewhere around here, 17 points for 23. So your break even is that 4 hour. Yeah, it's probably going to do what gold did. Entering on 1 minute here, not looking good even on 1 minute. So 1 minute's not going to be an option for me just yet. Yeah, so 1 minute is not an option for me yet. So I probably just have to wait for the 5 or just see how the 1 minute forms. Let's see if GJ wants to get below as well. We can see maybe the next 15 candle, even if this 15 candle in the last 3 minutes does some silly business. 20 pips. Gold creating 1 minute structure. I wonder if a 1 minute entry is going to work here. Keep an eye on that. We have a 30-minute before. We have a 1 hour after that as well. Same as the 30. So we'd be trading to that pretty tight. DAX rejecting, yeah, so is gold. This is the scary thing about selling lows, guys. We don't know what will be the low. Shit can keep dumping for another 100 pips, or literally when we sell the low, it's gonna be the low. That happens, guys. And that's the risk we take trying to take these aggressive entries at lows. We can obviously wait for a pullback, but we're trying to follow momentum. The only advantage we have is to be aggressive with management. Like sometimes it's really annoying. Like sometimes what happens is that you're selling lows, like in this scenario, the next candle pushes down, you go into profit, you go break even, and then after going break even, taps you break even, but then drops like another 80 pips, and you're like, what the hell? But you did the best decision. What you did there was correct. Do not knock yourself down for that. Anyways, pulling back here nicely. This is why I don't like to sell lows like this, man. After 5 minute structure, it's just super risky. Like, do some measuring. That pullback just there is 30 pips. Just that. You know, you're already 30 pips. Like, if you're not calculating today, guys, checking stop loss, you need to be careful. See what's happening with DAX here. DAX is also rejecting. This will be the 1 hour close as well. I mean, we need pullbacks, would be great for us. This 5 minute candle closing above might give us an option. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. 1 hour candle. Let's see what 1 hour candle is doing for gold here. Closed pretty strong 1 hour candle. Bearish here, small top wick being made. What is this support we close above? Wow. Closing above 4 hour support is pretty important. Still hasn't closed the 15 bullish. Still hasn't closed the 15 bullish. So any sells now is going to be below a 4 hour support. See how GJ closed here as well. Yeah, GJ next candle can be very interesting here. 1 hour would have closed quite nicely. Yeah, 1 hour is a good close here. 30 minute is at support, so there's no active setup. Only active setup is on a 1 hour, but into a heavy rejection zone. So I don't like the rejection zone that we're trading into on a 1 hour. It's too many wicks. So I rather just wait for a 15 minute to close below. I think stops should be pretty reasonable here. Yeah, 15 pip stops. So we keep an eye on that. So yeah, let's see, let's see. What about this 15 close? I wonder if this was an option. Still early, but I'm just checking it. What is that? 57. Gave about 100. That's beautiful push. Do we have 5-minute structure? Yeah, you have this one here. So that's the difference, yeah. It's just if you trust the time, right? Obviously now it's easier. DAX pushed. Yeah. What you doing about it? Nothing? Then no need to worry about it, right? Like I said, you can try to be a smart ass in this market, but it's tough, right? You sell the lows here, you get cooked. You're in heavy drawdown right now. You try to sell this here, you're in heavy drawdown. It's tough, man. You need to time it very well. Like if you're gonna try be a bit of a cowboy, you need to be a cowboy early, like back here. Back here is easier to be a cowboy because at least you have more chance. If it pushes, it pushes. Right now, who knows when it stops. Setup 5 above previous 5 looks good, not bad, but need one 15-minute bullish close. Which pair, bro? On gold? For buys, you mean? You want to buy gold in this momentum? Jesus Christ. I would not try to catch a falling knife just yet. Yeah, I mean, let's see how it forms. We have, like, fundamentally, we have bearish pressure on gold. That's the problem. You're going against fundamental pressure. What would be a very hyper-aggressive position here on DAX? Let's see. We need to mark some more zones now. We're just pushing very fast. A hyper-aggressive position on DAX. Let's see what a hyper-aggressive position on DAX would be. Wick fill, I guess, but we tap target, so it would be a risky wick fill. It's exactly that 1 minute tap, that 15. Now we're rejecting from it. Do we trust the bullish pressure is the question. Or is this going to be the end of it, like gold, right? Gold is starting to retrace slowly but surely. It's starting to slow down. So is it DAX turn as well? We don't know yet. Alright, do you see if price is overbought or oversold taking entries? There's no really such thing with, especially with volume like this. It's just about timing. It's a bit of luck actually. If you're buying highs in these type of conditions, selling lows, it's a bit of luck. Like when we come to the market right now and we push 150, 200 pips, we need a bit of luck. So we're not really trading based on strategy. We're trading a little bit based on luck. Yeah, the entries will have a strategy, but the luck needs to be there that it's not the end of the move. So it's just how it works. Now, if you don't want to rely on luck, you just don't take a position. It's extremely hard to say that this is not the top. At any point, it can just stop and die with volume. Any point it wants. I don't think you have enough range, Joe. That's the problem. So if you take an S2 now, if it doesn't close perfectly, you're not going to have enough range. You might as well just take the S1 below here. At least it proves to you it's not going to respect this support and make a higher low. You know? Would also be a 15-minute close as well, which is quite nice. I mean, you might get the S1 just now. You might just get the S1 straight. Trying to figure out how I can enter DAX right now. What is a logical way to enter DAX? I was just gonna say, if 1 minute closes above here, I might be interested, but that's kind of solved that. And it's moving very fast. We seem to be respecting this 15 pretty strongly. Like in my head, my ideal setup right now is gonna be like a 5 close bearish and then a 5 close above the 15. Basically this setup that I wanted here. Instead of just buying the highs. GJ trying to close below as well. 5 minutes for GJ. Gold as well, tanking. Oh, did we close below technically there? Weird type of close. Let's see on broker. Interested to see how that closed. Yeah, on broker, yeah, that's technically below on broker, so that's actually a valid setup one. That's a valid setup one, but that was a bit weird on here. You don't really have enough time to enter that. What is 33? Break even at 24, it's not bad. Aggressive break even at this wick. I wonder if you went to aggressive break even, you get stopped at break even. $33 pip stop loss, bro. You're just going super aggressive, man. You're trying to just get anything out of it. You just literally put it above the 5-minute candle in these conditions. If it's coming back like this, you actually don't like it. You're literally watching 1 minute like a hawk now. Like once that happens, it's game over anyways. You either had break even or lost 2-3 pips there. You know? You literally just want it to continue. You're selling lows, you know. It's very hard to sell lows like this. Or you wait for 1 minute closes. DAX pulling back from that 15, but 15 did breach above that resistance. That's interesting. I mean, 5 closed above that resistance. 15 hasn't closed above that resistance, but 5 has. Wonder how I can enter that. Obviously, if this 5 closed bearish, next one closed bullish would be fine. DAX looking nice right now. Not the best, not the best. Very difficult to enter in these type of highs. Like, do understand, guys, you have to be extremely fast. Expect to lose 3, 4, 5 pips, giving yourself a shot. It's pretty normal to lose that amount. You're literally looking to see if you can get into profits quick in these type of positions. Five didn't close above? Yeah, it didn't close above that res. Yeah, of course it didn't. But you're just trying to look, right? It's not going to care about a 5-minute resistance when we're just pushing here. This is this gold setup 1 playing out. I wish that showed a little bit cleaner so we could be prepared for that. We'll see if GJ closes below. GJ could be a trade here, but the only problem is, imagine GJ dies and everything else is moving so nicely, and then you don't get a nice push on GJ. That would be so unfortunate. But we'll see here in 1 minute and 33 seconds. What is stop loss looking like if we close below? About 15 pips stop loss. I'd like to see a decent close below, would be nice. So let's see how it does. Probably after all of this, it won't close below. Yeah, it needs last 10 seconds needs to dump this 1 minute. You need to see a quick pop in the last 10 seconds. That would do it. Watch it close right at, look, right at. Yeah, nothing closing below. Gold seems to be pushing quite nicely here right now. Yeah, gold is very nice here. Look at gold. Wow. Beautiful push with this tiny close here. You need to be super fast on that close, but that's exactly the move you want to see. What are we looking like? 34, boom, 1-to-1 hit. Yeah, it's very fast. You got beyond that? Probably, unless you just allowed yourself to lose it. Depends which one you decided to go break even on. Previous daily resistance or that. Depends how aggressive you are, man. Depends. This is what I mean. How scared are you of the position selling lows? If you're not that scared, then you're holding it. You're waiting for a 1 minute close. At least wait for the 1 minute close. So you wait for this 1 minute close. Let's see DAX here. Closed bullish here. 15 closed above as well. 1 minute is making this weird structure here. Every time makes a new high, rejects. Get some news. That's what we've been having all the time. Hi, how much volume do you consider good, and which is good source to check the historical as well as current volume? It's not really works like that. you just you mark it based on you see volume based on what's happening on the chart as well as time, right? You expect there to be volume at certain times. You got another daily as well. Yes, I have the one below. I need to mark this one here. I put it as a 15. We can draw a little box actually because it's a little bit earlier. We have 2. Like I said, if you guys are wanting just to try sell lows, seems to be working. You just need to make a decision when are you going to sell low, because a pullback like that, it's actually super tough, you know. I'm sure a lot of people sold this 15-minute low here and now immediately into 36 pip drawdown. So you just need safe stops, but safe stops means bigger targets. New still learning? Yeah, today's gonna be an interesting day for you because a lot's going on right now with wars happening and stuff like that. So it's just markets are moving a little bit whack. So usually isn't like this. It's pretty boring on GJ. Keep an eye on DAX. What setup you looking for, man? Don't really see what we can do just yet. Unless you have a way in. Thunder. At resistance. Yeah, we could try buy at resistance. Let's see what happens. We're buying at resistance, but okay, we could try buy at resistance if we want to be aggressive. I'll follow that trade with you guys. See what happens. Set up buy and pray. Basically, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're basically just gonna buy the highs and say, hopefully it continues. And if it doesn't, we get stopped out. Sounds valid? Exactly. I mean, if we can do this and create some sort of 5-minute structure, would be even better. So it's not a bad thing that it's pulling back right now. I just wish this 1 hour resistance wasn't in the way, but it's a previous one, right? Yeah, it's previous. So honestly, I think with this type of volume, we can push through. I'm actually not too worried about it. We'll watch it, but honestly, I think we could push through. One minute close above and 5-minute SL. That as well. The only problem is every 1 minute that's closing above is failing. Yeah, it looks like it might create some good structure here. Let's see. Gold has a thunderstorm, huh? 41 pips, 20 pip break even. I quite like a 1 minute close below. Could try the 1 minute strat here. Maybe you just need to go break of low. Yeah, I might try break of low, and then if it rejects immediately, I get out break even. So this is going to be very fast. If you're not fast, don't take it at all. There's a 1 hour there, pure volume. Yeah, we are pretty close to that. Yeah, I don't know if I like that, but see, watch. I will not take that anymore because of that, but watch it push through. I can promise. But if you take it, it fails. But if it, in this type of conditions, watch it push through. But what we can actually do, which I've done before, is if this shit wants to keep on flying down, 1 minute close below that 1 hour will work. That would work. So we're gonna check that out. This is nice on DAX. We wanted to see this 5 minute structure finally. This is what we want to see. Look at GJ. Yeah, rejected it perfectly. That's actually what we want to see though. Because what's worse is to see it just fly through, right? I think that feels worse. When it's actually respecting the support that you didn't take a sell. Like, how many people you think out of FOMO just sold this low here? I think quite a few. Like, they based it maybe on the 30 minute or the 1 hour. Hi bro, if you're not taking, can I ask? Yeah. Two bearish candle close on DAX could give us an S2 backup. You mean bullish? Okay, yeah, for sure. If we're taking it, won't work 100%, and if you ignore it, it goes through like a hot knife slicing through butter. Yeah, that's what makes it tough trading lows like this when we push so much. I mean, look at 15, guys, not healthy. It's not healthy. You'd be in gold right now, by the way, and in drawdown? No, it won't have triggered yet. It hasn't broken low. Broke low and broker? Let's see. No, it's far from low and broker. See? It might break it now, but it wasn't at the time. How long till this 5 minute closes? I wonder if this 5 minute close will be enough. 17 seconds. Also daily support, yeah, where my boxes is the daily support. Pretty good top wick. I wonder if there's an opportunity here to take a quick sell. 22 pip stop loss. I hate selling lows though. Yeah, I might give it a short break of low, but I'm very fast management, guys. If you're not going to manage fast, please don't take this. Please. Like literally super fast management. Hasn't broke? What the fuck? On my broker it hasn't broke. Here it has. Okay, now it hasn't broken. So if this comes back, I am gonna manage this, boys. So it's okay for now. Alright, sweet. Good push so far. So if this comes back to entry, where's my stop loss gone? I am gonna manage it like I said. We're hitting that daily support. Bro, what is this Tradingview? Can you just cooperate with me? I'm trying to do two things at once. So I'm watching it very carefully right now. So top wick is fine here. Watching it very carefully. See if we can get a bigger push. So I'm basically break even. Not above entry just yet. Not above entry just yet. Still okay. Still okay. Holding it, holding it. My 1-to-1 is about 20 pips here. 22 it was. Alright, we're still okay here. I just need a little bit more, and I'm gonna be fine. Problem is, can I survive a 1 minute pullback? Tap that 15. That's teasing my entry now. Okay, that took me out break even there. I know on here it's not break even, but on my broker it's break even. So I got stopped break even on this. I know here it's not break even, but it just tapped me break even. Gave it a shot, wasn't enough. This broker looks a bit weird. I don't know what's going on there. But it did tap me out. So I tried my best with that one there. Just difficult with these market conditions. You want to be careful, you know. So I'm happy with that break even. Broker looks different, so that tapped me out, and that's it. Damn. I think it's a good shot though. I think it's a good shot. We're just at supports, guys. It's hard to be at supports. We don't want to be stupid. I got slipped. Pretty hard to be slipped. I wasn't slipped. But I think it was a good shot. I like the shot. I like the shot. I like the shot. Huh? Oh, okay. You slipped in. How you get slipped in entry though? It broke it so slowly. It did. We gave it a shot. Well, then your break even would have been way earlier, right? Yeah, you would have been out first time it came back. On broker, it wouldn't have hit a 1-to-1 though, guys. I know it's showing like it hit a 1-to-1, but on broker, it's pretty far from a 1-to-1. I know it shows 1-to-1, but this would have never. This is guaranteed break even here, because now it came back. What was that? Actually, wait. Yeah, it would have actually. It just would have. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Yeah, I think it would have just hit 1-to-1. Depends if you snipe or closed. Here's an interesting. You just got up B right now. On journal, it's 1 minute entry. No, we entered on the 5 close below. That was a 5 close below. It was a good shot. It was a good shot. But it's just, you know, it's tough selling these lows. Selling these lows, it's hard. Set up 2 on DAX. Wow. Yeah. Why didn't we just take that? Man. Fuck's sake, man. That was way cleaner. Even just the setup 1. Take the setup 1. Super clean. It's unbelievable. Like, look. No volume in gold to give us a push down. Look at DAX. Straight 1 minutes. Both were valid. Look how good that was on DAX. That's super clean setup 2 on DAX. I love that. That's a very straight 1 minute push as well. Look how nice. 34 point stop loss. 58 point target. Very clean. Very, very, very clean, boys. Very clean. I mean, here technically the trade hit 1-to-1, but doesn't count. Very, very clean. Time was it triggered this. No one was watching DAX to alert us. Would you have taken that? Yeah, look at the 1 minute setup 5 as well is there. Sankit took it? Bro, he's not telling us? Oh yeah, he did post it, but he didn't tell us before. Yeah, very clean, bro. Very, very clean. I totally agree with that position. If I saw it, I would have taken it without even asking. Oh yeah, he did right. Now I need to open mic, bro. I would have taken that eyes closed, man. That's very simple setup. On this broker, this setup looks different. We would have eventually hit a 1-to-1, but you don't know, man. Too many supports. Too many supports. This is the game we play. You need to be a safe trader. Didn't tap my break even. I got a 1-to-1. Congrats, congrats. Gold has a clean LTA. No, I think we're at like daily support. I don't know what broker to mark up now. We're at this big support now. Wow, that's a big, massive mess. We're just pushing, flying through it. Damn, that would have been a great position then. So tough. What do you do? Not go break even and then accept the loss? I guess that's the other choice we have. Just take the full loss. But wow, clean position, huh? Check this out. Now the volume comes, huh? Both pairs are done. Very clean. I guess in these conditions, you just have to accept the loss. But the loss is something I don't want to accept. Like, look at the lows we're selling. You're selling the lowest point of the day, bro. The lowest point of the day. Man, Moritz, you had an amazing entry. I don't know how that got you out break even. You literally would not even have seen red. Tiny bit of red. For me, I would have held that. Because I manually closed break even. What a good entry. I mean, you're not too aggressive. It's scary, right? When we're rejecting, especially with a change of structure. Like, I get it, man. Just sucks now, but I don't think you're too aggressive. Also, your spread is pretty high. Look at that. If you compare my spread is very tight. So you guys tell me, what do you think? Hold the position and accept a full loss, or manage break even? For me, I think it, you'd be crying if you lose that. You'd be like, I'm so stupid to try hold that at the lows. We're selling the lowest point of the day. Lowest point of the day. Okay, if we're up here, I get it. I think that would be a mistake, right? We haven't pushed much. But remember, we are taking a sell after 240 pips. You are not the smartest place to take a sell. It's just a shame. It's a shame. DAX also was very nice here. Congrats, Sankit, for that. That's a great trade. Anyways, this is a good lesson to show you how to be aggressive and still give yourself shots, but at the same time not be stupid. Like, there's a big difference between being stupid and being aggressive. Like, you can see how the gold thing was valid, just didn't do the push like DAX did. I mean, I wish we just took DAX today. It would have been exactly what I would have wanted, right? This is what you want to see. Like, you have a 5-minute support formed, and then the next candle breaks the high, and then you really don't come back after it breaks the high. It's pretty smooth sailing. Once you get above here, you can even wait for a 1-minute pullback, and by then it's already hit TP. So this is exactly what I would have wanted to see. Now we hit target for the day, which was the 4-hour resistance. See if something else comes, but I think that's pretty much it, unless we get some nice pullbacks. GJ has just switched off completely. GJ not doing anything, just staying in a range, so no options there, and gold is pretty much gone to the races here. It's a long time since we've seen, let's count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. This is gonna be the 12th candle to potentially close bearish. I'm thinking, how do I escape break even here? 1-minute change of structure is scary. The thing, it looks so different here. It looks so different on this broker. I think the only way we manage this is we accept a loss. You have to accept a loss. But I didn't want, that was never my plan to accept a loss. Maybe you take here like a full stop loss you have to take, man. Full stop loss. 1% down. Even with that 1-minute change of structure is nasty, bro. Look what happened last time we changed 1-minute structure, heavy pullback. Even just a 1-minute bullish candle led into heavy pullbacks. 1-minute bullish candle, next move was like 28 pips. So let's look at it logically. This time you would have been lucky, but look at this, man. 1-minute bullish candle, 26 pips. 1-minute bullish candle, 36 pips, plus more. 1-minute bullish candle, 26 pips. 1-minute bullish candle, 21 pips, plus more. So if we're looking at logic here, when the 1-minute's closing bullish, really is not a good sign, because on average we've been seeing 20 pips, and if we take 20 pips from down here, 20 to 30 pips, it's basically stop loss, close to stop loss. So you have to see how it is. Morning, boys. Let's see if we have anything. We've taken 2 trades. I mean, no, there's been 2 trades already. Market's been moving very active. There was huge, yeah, there was a huge one. There was a huge one. Worth considering? Not at all. Not at all. It was a completely different on the pith chart. Very inaccurate. So not at all worth considering. Another S2 can form, yeah, but that was the good one, you know? That was the one you want to be in. Now you're just trying to force it. You tap target, man. 4-hour resistance is tapped. You literally reduce your probabilities by a lot, man, a lot. Because now we tap the 4-hour resistance. Compared to before, we never tapped. We didn't even tap previous 1 hour, right? Previous 1 hour wasn't even tapped. So honestly, it was just clean. Now that 4 hours tapped, it makes it difficult. But I don't mind taking like 10 break-evens, 5 break-evens, as long as it's protecting me from a loss. That's what's super important for me in these conditions. Worst thing you can do is like you're going super aggressive and losing all the time. Imagine, okay, let me tell you one thing right now, guys. And leave a like on the stream for this, because this is really going to fix your mindset. How stupid would you sound today if you told someone or told yourself that in this 200, 300 pip move down, you lost in a sell? Could you imagine you have to face that today you lost in a sell? You'd be like, fuck, man, how have I lost in a sell, man? You know? So the fact to be aggressive protects against that, because I'm telling you, you will feel like shit, man. You will feel like shit. You know? Like really, it will feel really bad. It will feel really bad to have come out today and said to yourself, I lost in a sell? Like the only thing price did was go down. There was not even one bullish 15-minute candle and I lost. So to protect yourself from that means you're doing something right, even though in the short term it can feel frustrating, but shit, man. Because I've been there and it's been really annoying for me. I've literally, back in the day when GJ used to move 100 pips per day, I would jump on the 1 minute, try to find a 1 minute entry, lose, and I would come out the day with like -2%, -3%. And all it did is went in the direction I took the trade. Then I would FOMO, try to buy it back up. Then I would lose again. Would you take 1 minute setup 2 on gold? I mean, now it's just like desperation. When's the other time you've taken a 1 minute setup 2? How many times have you tested that? You know, now it's just like anything that you just see, your mind is trying to convince you like, okay, that makes sense. Shit, 1 minute S2 just played out. Let me take that. That should have been an option. Yeah, because your mind is fooling trips. You should be mad about, why didn't you take this 5 minute close here? Why didn't you take this 5 minute close? Why not just sell here? Why not sell here? Like, you can't just keep making your mind up and trading after the fact. If it was really an option, you would have considered it before, not after. Just because your mind is playing tricks. You know, making it seem like there are ways to trade that you think you knew, but you actually don't know. Because if you really knew how to enter that with full confidence, with full conviction, without even thinking second about it, you would have seen the setup, taken the setup, put stop loss, put TP, and get on with your day. If you're starting to question things, means you're not confident enough to take that position. Most likely gonna be a bad position. Harry, isn't setup 2 on 5 minute not valid? Yeah, on Forex and stuff, but we're not, that's not Forex, that's DAX. It's a completely different. GJ gonna be the trade today, just has to cooperate. Nah, GJ looks pretty cooked, man. I'd be scared. US 30, you need to concentrate, Bentley, man. You ask the same questions again and again and again, and you don't concentrate. You really need to fix that. I'm telling you the truth. Fix it. You ask the same question. What did I say? You've been here long enough. Now it's time for me to put my foot down. Can't keep asking the same questions when you know this stuff. You just choose not to. Would you ever reduce the stop loss instead of going break even? Precisely, I would reduce the stop loss. And I was actually looking in this gold position, how can I reduce stop loss? But there was no way I could reduce stop loss. Because my stop loss was already in a very risky place. I literally put stop loss above the 1 minute structure, which was here, around 25 pips. How can I make this smaller? How can I make this smaller? That is my question. So unless there was a 1 minute pullback here, yes, I could reduce it, but otherwise it's either break even or full stop loss here. It doesn't make technical sense, you know? Two valid options today. If you haven't taken any of them, don't force another entry. Either call it a session or stay here. Good vibes. Trades that happened. Yeah, unless something happens on the open, London Open, then it's you know, we'll see what happens. Like, that's the only thing is London Open on DAX. For gold, I think it's going to be pretty hard to find more sells. It's pushed too much. But for me, I think that DAX here on the open maybe has something, depending on what we do on the open. Especially if we like liquidity grab down and all of that palaver. Can you do a quick review of USD JPY? Yeah, we could have a look at it. Oops. Let's have a look at USD JPY. Alright, so we're at this support here on 15 immediately. Previous daily closing that bearish. Okay, 4-hour bearish sells. 30-minute. Cool. Yeah, pretty tough with all this support here. Pretty tough today with all this support. You don't really have LTAs. The LTA was up here. This was your sell. What time was this? 6:30. So only trade I see today was at 6:30 a.m. Sell below here, set up one entry, stop loss above the highs, just give it a little bit of room and then hold it towards the lows. You would have got an easy 1-to-1, but that's at 6:30. That's kind of like a late Asian session, so I don't think that there was anything valid apart from that. I mean, this sell here, if you sell with this candle close below, right at support, so it's not valid for me. Not valid. So pretty tough. No LTA. You don't have LTA. Next LTA is all the way down here. So you're looking for setup 2 entries only. When is the open? In about 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the London Open. So sometimes you see DAX move pretty heavy in London Open. If I understood, you don't trade between pre-London Open and after NY Open? No. I don't. No, I trade after NY Open. So you got it mixed up the wrong way around. So I trade pre-London and I trade after NY Open. So you've just got it mixed up the wrong way around. That's what I meant? Yes. Harry, what do you think Alex G's income is mostly from? I don't know. Maybe ask him and see what he says to you. He might say trading. That's up to you to make a decision. I don't judge anyone. I don't judge anyone, nor is it my business or affects me where the income comes from. In my journal, most of my losses come in those times between. Yes, that is correct. That is the worst time. Nas, I think, might hit all-time high today. I couldn't find any GJ buys last night. What's last night though? New York session, Asian session. No point to mark something if you're not going to be trading at that time. You trade during London Open, not directly on the Open, but right after or before. I do markups in Asian session because I start. Yeah, you can do your higher time frame markup. You just don't need to. You'll have to adjust your 15 minutes and stuff like that, which is easy. But yeah, marking up in Asian is good. But you're only marking up like your daily, your 4-hour, maybe some 1 hours. But you're not gonna mark up your 15 and stuff. You just leave that because that takes like 1 minute, man. Might look for some shorts. I mean, if you look at the stock market, we are pumping very aggressively. So DAX could see a very heavy day today, and it could be something where we just see continuous upside all day. All day we could see continuous upside. It is potential. Especially with bullish bias today. So let's see the open in 5 minutes, and we'll see what type of direction it tells us. How can I set my screen to be black on TradingView? There's a very useful tool. It's called GOOGLE. If you use that, it will give you instructions very quickly without needing to hop on a live stream, drop a message, and find out. It helps a lot. For general questions like that, I recommend you check that software out. I think it's pretty popular in this modern day and age. I'm only joking, man. Only joking. This is my first Zoom meeting in the exclusive. Does the Zoom last after the stream for questions? Yeah, questions, trading, whatever we want to do. It lasts as long as until people are just not asking anything anymore. Harry, the NAS future starts, there's still 500 points left to all-time high, but CFD charts is just 100 points away. Which one should we consider? Have you paid for the futures chart? If you haven't paid for futures chart, your futures chart are delayed. If you're on a paid futures chart, then I would choose that one. Harry, how did you develop your strategies at 18? I didn't develop it at 18. I lost money at 18 trying to do different things. Remember, I first started with smart money concepts, right? So I spent a year and a half on smart money concepts. And during that time, as it wasn't working, I was looking at other things and then diversified into just pure price action. Harry, why futures have a subscription but not prop firms? What causes it? Do we pay for the chart? Yes, you have to pay for a futures chart. Just how it works, you're paying for that data feed. And the reason you don't pay it on prop firms is because they're paying it. And you are paying it on prop firms. That's why futures prop firm have a monthly fee. Many, not all, but a lot of them. If you look at the popular ones, Top Step, you know. How did you learn price action? Weren't you scared of learning bullshit? Yeah, but that's where backtesting came into play. Because if I thought it was bullshit, let me test it out. I would go on a backtesting software and test it out. And if I don't see any results there following the exact rules, then, and you have to study it first, it's just a painful process, then I say, okay, fine, this is not consistent enough. You have to remember how many setups I used to have. Like, it's been a long, I always show this. Let me show you guys here on YouTube. Like, you want to see the work that went in behind doors is this. Like, this is how many setups I've tested before and used to have. I used to run sim sessions and test all of these. Here's an example of one of them. Let me just drag this here. So this is an example of one of my testing sessions I had done. If you look here, you can see this is how many setups I had. So almost you know, almost 30 setups. So this was all testing, right? I used to also trigger to see if target was met or not. A lot of things. So this is how many setups I used to backtest on a backtesting software and see if works or doesn't work. And then I condensed down to like 3 main ones, right? You see the difference? Some nice downside here. Do you believe in 99% win rate strategy? Bring me that strategy and I'll pay you that actually works, and I'll hook it up to and I'll trade it myself, and whoever does that, I'll give them right now cash, $10 million cash. I have that ready. $10 million, I invest in them, 99% win rate. 1% risk, I take that any day. Come on. Of course it doesn't make sense. Yeah, New York session NYSE is very clean. Every day I've had a setup on that. Every day. I mean, it's what's carried me this month. What do you think of, what would you do if you think that about, well, I can't understand how you've conjugated that, man. Harry, what you, if, do, it, think that about silver is as of course. What the Bro, this is nuts, bro. How have you conjugated this, bro? Like, Jesus, I'm dyslexic, but I mean, come on. This is insane. You need to start proofreading, brother. This is I've never seen someone conjugate like this. This is very interesting, man. What you, if, do, it, think that about silver is as of course. What? I can't even like think what he's trying to say. Like, bro, it's cooked. Even if English is not your first language, no problem, man. Put it in ChatGPT. Put it in ChatGPT. Like, I get it, like, no problem. Like, if English is not your first language, I don't have any problems. But holy crap. English is your first language? I don't think so, man. Whoever taught you English needs to be fired, bro. Whoever taught you English needs to be fired. Man, how are you gonna trade if this is what you think is good standards? Read it one more time. Maybe it's just us. Okay, let's double check. Let's double check. Harry, what you, if, do, it, think that about... Let me try fix this. What would... Nah, man, nah. You just can't. You can't. Like, think about... Try fix this. Harry. No way, man. You can't, bro. You can't. It's just a bunch of... How do you fix this, man? How do you fix this? How do you fix this, man? I can't fix that, like... He wrote your name correctly? Yeah, that's the reason I'm nice to him. If DAX closes above here, I'm interested in buys. I'm interested in continuing buys. Beautiful liquidity grab for London. 1 hour time frame continuing. We get back above the 4 hour. We'll break through this 30-minute. If it wants to get stuck in a range, we call it. I don't know how you fix that, man. That's some next level shit. Gold starting to relax now. That was basically the last move. Ask ChatGPT. Someone copy paste that into ChatGPT. Fix. Harry, what do you think about silver, of course? Yeah, that's probably the best fix, man. That's probably the best fix. What does ChatGPT says? Yeah, that guy put it in ChatGPT, man. Don't try to fool me, man. I see you, bro. I see you, bro. He deleted the message as well. I see you, bro. Harry, what do you think about silver, of course? But does of course throws me off still, you know? Of course throws me off. shit, man. What is this dump now? Did we tap target? No. Wick fill? Maybe. 1 hour candle, close bullish. 30-minute candle, doji. 15-minute candle, weird. So let's see in 7 minutes what happens. You always answer me, I ask for oil, you ignore. Yeah, man, because I told you. I'm not an oil supplier. Go somewhere else to find oil. I only sell oil. Don't supply. Sell. Big difference. With no clean range from previous 5, you expecting volume to push through? Yeah, just be a trending day. I'm following the trend. You know, we do have this mess here. Realistically, till we get above here. I will use these as watches, though. I will use these as watches. This is clean here, so even if we get above here. 15, of course, is going to be a major watch. But idea is to get from 4 hour to 15. I'm not trading at anything. That's my main goal. To trade at something. I'm trading above something, and then here should be pretty clean. I'm not too worried about it, but we'll see, especially that we've tested kind of close above, you could imagine, and then trade to here, see if we can push through. How do you deal with price action when stop losses are massive? You kind of trade it with the big stop losses, but at the same time, you have to make sure that the target is going to be relevant. Otherwise, you're just going to end up holding the position forever and never get paid. How to enter GJ if it closes like this? I mean, you're pretty cooked. You just have to enter on a wick fill. That's your only choice. You take the risk of a wick fill. This guy's shorting. Who is this guy? I don't know him, no. What is he, a Bitcoin bear? He lost 50 million in one trade? Jesus, man. Started crying? Really? I'm begging people to send him money and now he wants to short? Damn. Yeah, we could. If there's still more volume, you can look to short this below, yes. If we still have volume present in gold, it will make sense. It just becomes riskier, but we haven't moved too far from our original position, so it would be the same setup again. But you have to manage it just as aggressive, because you manage this one aggressive, but then you don't manage this one aggressive, doesn't make sense. Because the second one actually has more likelihood of failing, right? Two times he lost? Damn. 50 million is pretty nuts, bro. I mean, maybe to him it's nothing, but if he started crying, it should be something. 3 minutes for the 15 to close. Wonder what stop loss we get away with. 5 stop is like 50 pips. Pretty decent stop, to be honest. 50 mil is 50 mil? It is, it is. Hey, good day from Australia. I'm new here. First, thank you for your content. Have you ever traded around pivots? In the past, yes, I just didn't like to use them. They're not too accurate and you have to wait for a pivot point. I prefer to trade what's in front of me instead of waiting for pivot points. You know, I don't like to wait. I like to, already we wait enough. Imagine now you have to wait for pivot points. You know, so I just look at major supports and resistances. GJ looks good if it can close below. Yeah, you're right about the 197. Well spotted. Yeah, you'd want something closing below that. But then still, now your stop loss to target doesn't make sense, right? 30 pips for 14 pips. Ooh, if this 5-minute closes below here, you could enter break of the 5-minute low. That could make sense. Put stop loss above 15-minute structure and manage if anything changes structure. And rely on volume to push through the key level, which we've done before. If it reacts off it again, just cut the trade. Cut the trade. Can't we put it above the 5? No, because the 5 is really tough to put it there. It's not like gold or an indice. This is GJ. GJ sometimes loves to make a little wick to here, and then it closes below. You would have been stopped out, where I'm just looking at that to manage. Keep an eye on DAX here. Seems to be coiling up for something. Oh, it's gonna be dead. I mean, if it closes deeper, you can start to consider using the 5, yes. But again, what is risk to reward looking like? 12 pips for 18 pips. Yeah, it's not that bad. If it does this right at the key level, it's a problem, man. Now your decision becomes very tough. Yeah. You're selling right at key level and we reacted off it. It's a huge decision. Nice top wick though. Yeah, what a tough situation. And it's valid. It's a valid shot. It's like that gold aggressive shot we took, but you really have to rely on price breaking through this key level. You could use the 5 stops. It feels like I'm again going a bit nuts now. End of session, trying to force it at key level. Like, do I have to take this or will there be better positions? I think it depends on your risk appetite. If you want to give yourself a shot, you could. The only risk in this position is it might not necessarily go into profit straight away, because you're at a level. Compared to if we were taking the gold one, I expect it to break the low and push. On broker it closed below, I have to check mine. Yeah, it actually did. That's actually a valid point. That's interesting now. That's very interesting. See if I can maybe calculate in enough time. It's a decent top wick as well. $11 pips. Yeah, I'll give it a shot break of low. It is close, but we use this as a break even for sure, you know. I feel confident now that it's making this top wick like this. If it was to flip here, it would be better. GBP JPY sell? Yeah, I would take a sell if it breaks this low. But it has to do it in this next 1 minute. Otherwise, 5-minute close bullish, invalidate my trade. Yeah, 30 seconds. I deleted the order. No point of getting triggered 30 seconds. It's closing bullish here. So, yeah, classic GJ. Just being boring. No volume. So, deleted the order. Nothing's happening. It's just sitting here. I mean, if this closes very weak, we'd have a thunderstorm. I would take that again, but I want to see the close. Because I don't want it to open, no bottom wick trigger me. I'm in drawdown. It's a nightmare. So I'll see the close first, wait for a top wick next candle if it forms a thunderstorm, and then I can see what I can do from there. If it closes strong bullish like this, it's just going to invalidate the idea. We needed pretty weak bullish. So we'll see. I mean, this is not the worst weak bullish, but it's not the best at the same time. The more and more now I'm seeing it, the more I don't like. If we had volume here, we would just break and go. DAX starting a pullback here. Remember, DAX is bullish bias, so for me to sell DAX right now it's a little bit hard as well. It would be against my bias. GJ gave the thunder. Not yet. I just don't like it. It's showing me very limited bullish pressure here. I mean, you could still take it if you trust it, but you know, GJ's not been the best like this with full volume, clean volume. So if I'm not seeing volume present and price keeps rejecting towards the upside, 1 minute creating stronger supports, higher lows, I don't like to then try to be a seller when the market is starting to show me it's giving more bullish pressure when I'm expecting a good bearish move down. Yes, it could happen, but it's just how GJ has been, right? Harry, look at UJ. Let's see what UJ has been doing. I think UJ has no LTA. That's the problem. I mean, you have space to here. You do have space to here. So you have a small one. From here to get to here. So that would be like your break even. But it's quite a big stop loss for what you needed to do. 21 for 14. So not really worth it. Could you tell me what LTA means? Of course, LTA just means a clean candle zone. So anywhere where it's a clean candle zone. That's what LTA means. Look, this is what I really didn't want to happen. You know, break the low, then starts rejecting. Now you're begging for the 5 minute to close below. Now, if the 5 minute does close below, maybe we have a re-entry option here. We have an option that now we have a confirmation there. So I might try that. That's going to be in about 53 seconds. And I can avoid this potential rejection right now. I can avoid this potential rejection, which is what I didn't like about the bullish pressure. No, same stops. Then we use that 5 minute structure to manage. But look, that's the rejection I was scared about, right? Bullish pressure coming in, and then it does this. Now you're like confused. Imagine you're in the position, you're like, really need this to dump right now. So if you were in this, then you'd need it to break this low here. If it doesn't break the low, it's a big problem. It's just a load of bullshit, man. Bailey speaks in 30 minutes? Yeah, no problem. 30 minutes is a lot of time. All right, I'm gonna call it 2 attempts today. It took 1 gold sell, was a successful, and then took as well attempted to take GJ, and yeah, appreciate you all for showing up. Hopefully you guys show up tomorrow. Always a pleasure to have you guys on stream. If you have any questions on stream, be more active in chat, talk in chat, keep it good vibes. That's the way to do it. And yeah, very interesting times in the world. Our prayers go out to everyone. Make sure that, you know, you pray for everyone to be safe. It's not fun. We are very fortunate here to be complaining about market movement, not be sitting with rockets flying over our head and wondering if we're going to be safe tomorrow. It's a complete different luxury. You have to be grateful for that and realize that the situation we're in, we have no excuses to be better every single day compared to other people who just wish they could be safe. So appreciate that about things. Hopefully, you know, see you guys tomorrow. And those who are trading NY, good luck in NY today. NY has been very good. Focus up in NYs. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right. Appreciate you all. Peace. Cheers. Cheers.